Now, the reason why that women are not supposed to have periods, because first of all, women, y'all have to understand who we are, the way that we look. We didn't always look like this. We have transformed over the generations and generations. But we as women and we as men did not always look like this. The way we originally looked, we didn't really look no more different than the draconians. We were green. And who we are as feminine women, we didn't have bodies like this. Our bodies became like this over the evolution of man being made. Because in another 10 years from now, humans is not going to look like this. Humans are going to be more humanoids than human beings. Now, in the very beginning, the way that we give birth, we gave birth from energy. That means that the way we give birth, we would get energy from our sun, from our surroundings, and we would just give life. The kind of life that we gave to our world, it basically fed everyone else, because we are the source. Men was not needed where we came from. Where we originally came from as women, men was not there. Men was not needed. So what happened was, when we got invaded, now when they talk about the Anunnakis, when they came to our planet Earth, they saw us. And what they seen, they did not see women like this. Women, we look completely different. And the way that we gave birth strictly out of energy. What we would do is our sun would give us the energy that we need to create life. And we would create life out of thought and energy. And then when we would give life out of thought and energy, we would seed it into the earth, and we would leave it. And the earth and the environment would raise the children. We never had human babies. Now, when the Anunnakis came and invaded our planet, they saw how beautiful this planet was, and they saw us, and they was amazed at what we created. They was amazed at the life that we had. So when the Anunnakis came, because the Anunnakis lied, and they made it seem like when the Anunnakis came on planet Earth, that all they saw was land. That's all they seen. But what they are lying about, if you read older texts, they do say that when the Anunnakis got here, that they saw beings, and they called them God's angels. But they never speak on nothing other than that. They never spoke on who these angels was. They never spoke on how they looked. So what they did was, when they saw us, they knew by them watching us, they knew who we were. And when they got here, they invaded us. Because the sun that was in our sky, it fed us all the food that we needed. The nutrition that we needed. It gave us the energy and the powers that we had. So when the Anunnakis came, the Anunnakis wanted what we had, because the women are the ones that build the Atlantis. Because when the Anunnakis came here, they saw Atlantis. This is what made them stay here. And when they seen us, the feminine entity, they was wondering who could have done that. They know we couldn't have done what we actually did. So what the Anunnakis did, they said, well, let's make man in our image. So what they did was, they took a piece of the woman, and they tried to flip it and said that we came from Adam's rib. They took a piece of the woman, and they created a man. But when they created a man, the man was more in the masculine energy as the Anunnakis. And what happened was, the Anunnakis put their image into the man, which is sperm. Because the sperm of a man is in the Anunnakis image. So the way that we were built as the feminine energy back in that time, we had a hymen that was never to be broken. That's why when you were born and you are a virgin, you have a hymen that secured that gateway, because that hymen is to never to be broken. So when the Anunnakis created the man, they gave a man a penis. And when they gave a man a penis, they made that man have sex with the feminine angel, with the angel. They made the man have sex with the angel. And when the man had sex with the angel, it broke the hymen. And it made the angel bleed. And while the man is constantly having sex with this angel, we are bleeding. And this is why when we bleed, we go through the cramps that we go through. We go through the motions and the rage, because every month we are being reminded of what happened to us during the invasion. And then after the man raped us and beat us and basically tortured us, we had a baby. And the baby was a sperm baby. So after we gave these babies was part of the Anunnakis, because the sperm is basically in the image of the Anunnakis. The man was created from the Anunnakis, because if you read up on the Anunnakis never created the woman. The Anunnakis created Abdul. You never hear about the Anunnakis creating the woman. The woman was already here when they invaded our planet. So when the man has sex with the woman is now bleeding, because the man had just opened her hymen that was never to be broken. It was forbidden. So now that he is having sex with the woman, we are bleeding. This is why when we bleed every month, we have cramps. We go through rage. We go through headaches, because we are being reminded what was done to us. So now that we are having these babies made of sperm, we now have babies that is in the Anunnakis image, and we also have baby that is in the angel's image. So 72,000 of our chromosome is in our mother's holy image, and 72,000 is in the Anunnakis image. This is why man was created. This is why we are living in the man world, and everything in this reality, in this dimension, is controlled by the man. This is why they got it in the man's head that men are the ones that gives life. We came from a man's rib. But the reason why we have a period is because we were violated, and they broken our hymen. Our hymen was to never to be broken. This is why we naturally have periods every month, because we are reminded of what was done to us. Because if you think about it, when you have a period, ladies, you go through cramps, you go through headaches, you go through bloating, you go through all of that, because they needed a way to put their image into the woman so that they can be a part of this creation. So it is not natural for women to have babies the way that we have them. Women, the feminine entity, are not supposed to have feminine babies. I mean, we are not supposed to have human babies. The way that a woman have babies, we have babies out of pure energy. We was having babies before men even existed. We had babies out of pure energy. We would be anywhere, and we would use the energy from our sun. We would use the energy from our source, and we would create life no matter where we are. And we would leave our creation where it is, and we would leave the baby, and we would let nature take care of it. And the sun that was provided for us, it gave us the strength and everything that we needed. This is why they took our sun away. They took our sun away. They took everything that made the woman for who she was. They took everything. This is why the woman doesn't have no clue on who she is, because everything that made a woman who she is, they took it away, and they put all the powers in the man's hands. This is why they always say, they even said it in the Bible when they say, let's make man in our image. They are talking about the Anunnakis creating the man in their image to destroy the woman.